Oh boy. From the article, The Most Unkind Cuts of All, Sell Your Face for 5 pence and 'tis dear. Cardozo, Erica K. That's Shakespeare's way of calling someone ugly. That doesn't seem right, no. No, Shakespeare doesn't call people ugly. I think I got that one wrong. No, maybe. No, yeah, that's right. See, insults and violence have been common themes in poetry and music for longer than you'd imagine. See, I'm a lot more familiar with poetry and literature than you would think, my mom having majored in English in college. So since I was a very little kid, she read us poems. So I've probably heard thousands of poems over my lifetime. And in these thousands of poems I've heard, plus the countless poems I've read in the countless books I've gotten for Christmas and my birthdays, plus the videos I've watched online and the poems I've read online, I've gained quite a liking for poetry. Violence and insults and anger have been a very common theme in the poems I've read. Now, when I asked you guys what were some reasons you might not listen to rap music, the large majority of you said it was because of the vulgar, offensive, and violent language used in rap music. Well, I hate to break it to you, but if you're avoiding things for that sole purpose, you might as well avoid literature as well, because throughout history, famous rappers and poets have also been sharing a lot of the same common themes. So since this is the case, why not treat them with the same level of respect? People claim rap music is the reason the youth of America are troubled, and they use it to explain why crime rates have risen over the past few decades. But I don't really see why rap music would have an effect on terrorism or immigration, maybe drug abuse, maybe drug trafficking, but the rest of that seems kind of irrelevant to me. And besides that, there's plenty of other genres of music that use violence and anger in them. In the 1950s, a very popular artist by the name of Marty Robbins used anger and violence in a lot of his songs. From the song Hanging Tree, from this article, also named Hanging Tree, trying to forget his unfaithful wife, whom he killed, this song is solely about how he found out his wife was cheating on him, and he killed her because he was so angry, and now he's paying for it. He's getting hung, and she's being buried. So how come we only blame rap music, and we don't blame country music? With such artists as Johnny Cash, Marty Robbins, Stonewall Jackson, these artists are famous for singing songs about violence, abuse, shooting people, and drug abuse. I mean, come on, guys. Along with the article, the influence of the influence of violent rap music, we uncovered no published articles reporting direct empirical evidence of a causal link between GR, gangster rap, and anti-female attitudes by Wester and Stephen R. Why do we just assume that this music has such an effect on our attitudes when there's so many studies saying that it literally has no effect? If we really care so much, why don't we just look into it? It bothers me a little bit. Just because something contains violent terms, ideas, or rude language doesn't mean it's not poetry. If that was the case, then we might as well throw Shakespeare and Chaucer right out the window. I mean, last year the majority of us, actually all of us, took AEL, and we read Canterbury Tales, and I remember reading quite a few of those, and there was a lot of rude things Chaucer said in a lot of the stories in that one. Along with Shakespeare, and modern poets do the same thing, following with some darker themes to get their points across with, which I brought my own specific visual aid with for this. This is from a poem called 10 Responses to the Phrase Man Up, which would be point 7. How many boys have to kill themselves before this country acknowledges the problem? How many women have to be assaulted how many trans people have to be murdered. We teach boys how to wear the skin of a man, but we also teach them how to raise the skin like a flag and draw blood for it. Boy babies get blue socks, girl babies get pink socks. What about purple? What about orange, yellow, chartreuse, charlene, black, tie-dyed, buffalo plaid, rainbow? I want to be free to express myself. Man up. I want to have meaningful emotional relationships with my brothers. Man up. I want to be weak sometimes. Man up. I want to be strong in a way that isn't about physical power or dominance. Man up. I want to talk to my son about something other than sports. Man up. I want to ask for help. Man up. I want to be who I am. Man up. No. This specific poem calls attention to mental health, which is something rap music often does. I can't name the amount of albums I've heard where its sole purpose is calling attention to the mental health of the artist that I'm listening to. The mental health and how they've struggled and how they've grown through their mental health struggles. From the article, the healing power of hip-hop, more specifically, the benefits to individual mental health in areas of coping, emotions, identity, personal growth can help promote resilience in communities. Why would we not consider something so helpful to teens and adults as a tool? Why would we not use it? Why would we discard something this helpful and consider it not valued in our society? Well, a little bit of a jump in turn of events, but from a simple, complicated rhyme scheme to a literary device and technique, rap music and poetry do share it all. Consider Run DMC's famous boast, "I stepped on stage at Live Aid, all the people gave and the poor got paid," from the article, The Art of Rhymed Insult by Kaplan David. This is the most common rhyme scheme of all. This just shows how much they can share in common, along with how many metaphors can be used. There's countless metaphors in this alone. I don't really have time to get into it. I would love to, though. As I come to an end with my speech, I would just like to say and remind you, rap music shares many technical aspects of poetry, along with talented and troubled minds behind each. So why not treat it with the respect it deserves? Rap music can help reach people in need, just the same way poetry has reached many people in need. We should embrace the reality, listening to, performing, and writing rap music, and the way it helps people the same way poetry does. Thank you.